In a world where every smile hides 1,000 thoughts and each handshake holds more than just a greeting, the true measure of a person often remains unseen beneath surface interactions. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you trusted someone only to discover later that their words didn't match their actions? How often have you felt betrayed by someone you thought was a genuine friend? How many relationships have you invested in only to realize later that you were giving more than you received, that your trust was misplaced, that your vulnerability was exploited? This is the reality we face in our modern world, where appearances can be deceiving and trust is often misplaced. We live in an age where social media creates perfect facades, where people can present carefully curated versions of themselves that bear little resemblance to who they truly are. In the workplace, you might encounter colleagues who smile to your face but undermine you behind closed doors. They might take credit for your work, spread rumors about you, or use information you shared in confidence to advance their own position. In social circles, you might find friends who seem supportive but disappear when you need them most. They're there for the good times, the parties, the celebrations, but when you're going through a difficult period, they're nowhere to be found. Even in families, relationships can be complicated by hidden agendas and unspoken expectations. Family members might use guilt or obligation to manipulate you, or they might carry unresolved pain that they project onto you. In this video, we're going to explore 9 kinds of people you should never fully trust or deeply respect. We'll use Stoic wisdom to help you protect your peace and choose your relationships with clarity and courage. Today, we're going to navigate through the complexities of human relationships with a Stoic lens. The ancient Stoics understood something profound about human nature. They recognized that while we cannot control the actions of others, our reactions and our understanding can shape the very fabric of our social bonds. Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, advised us to be wary of the impressionable nature of our own minds and the intentions of those around us. He understood that trust is not something to be given freely, but something to be earned through consistent actions and genuine character. In his meditations, he wrote extensively about the importance of observing people's true nature, not just their words or promises. So ask yourself simple questions. How do people behave when there is nothing to gain? How do they act when no one is watching? How do they speak about others who are not in the room? Do they speak with respect, or do they gossip and criticize? How do they handle your secrets? Do they keep them confidential, or let them slip for attention, status, or drama? How do they treat your boundaries? Do they honor your limits, or push and test them whenever it suits them? These are the true indicators of character, not smooth words or charming smiles. Actions reveal truth in ways that words never can. A person's character is shown not in what they promise, but in how they consistently behave over time. This video explores 9 types of people you should never trust or respect, providing Stoic wisdom for protecting your peace and maintaining meaningful relationships. We'll dive deep into each type, understanding their patterns, recognizing their behaviors, and learning how to protect ourselves while maintaining our own integrity. For each type, we'll explore what makes them problematic, how to identify them early, and most importantly, how to deal with them using Stoic principles. We'll look at real-life examples that you might recognize from your own experiences, and we'll provide practical strategies that you can apply immediately. By the end of this journey, you'll walk away better equipped to face the world not just with caution, but with enlightened discernment. You'll understand how to recognize warning signs early, how to set healthy boundaries, and how to cultivate relationships that truly enrich your life. You'll learn to trust your instincts, to observe people's actions over their words, and to protect your peace without becoming cynical or closed off. If you're finding value in this content and you want to continue exploring Stoic wisdom for modern life, please take a moment to subscribe to Stoic Ocean and hit that notification bell. Your support helps us create more content like this, and we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Let's start this journey together. Person 1. The Manipulative Friend. This is someone who at first glance seems to understand you better than anyone else. They nod at all the right moments, and their empathetic smiles seem tailor-made just for you. You feel heard, understood, valued. It's intoxicating, isn't it, to finally find someone who seems to get you completely. But here's where it becomes dangerous. As time passes, a disturbing pattern begins to emerge. You notice that their understanding isn't fueled by genuine care, but by strategic calculation. They use your vulnerabilities for personal gain, like chess players in the game of human interactions. Each move is calculated not to help you, but to advance their position. When you share something personal, something you're struggling with, they're not just listening, they're collecting information to weaponize later. This data isn't stored away to support you. Instead, it is used to push you toward decisions that serve their interests, not yours. Their guise of care is just that, a disguise. Behind the mask is not the ally you thought you had, but a strategist who views relationships as tools to be used rather than bonds to be cherished. You might notice they remember every detail you've shared, but only when it serves them. They bring up your insecurities at the perfect moment to make you doubt yourself. They use your past mistakes to keep you in line. This is manipulation at its finest, and it's incredibly damaging. Real-life examples of this are everywhere. Maybe you've seen it in the workplace, where a colleague seems supportive, but quietly uses your concerns to position themselves above you. Or in friendships, where someone appears to care, yet consistently steers conversations toward their own agenda, their own needs, their own victories. The manipulative friend may use tactics like gaslighting, making you question your own reality. They might say, "That's not what happened," or "You're remembering it wrong," even when you know you're right. They might employ guilt tripping, making you feel responsible for their emotions or problems. They say things like, "If you really cared about me, you would do this for me," using your empathy against you. They might use triangulation, bringing in third parties to create drama and confusion. They tell you what someone else supposedly said about you, or tell others what you supposedly said, all to stir conflict and maintain control. Now, Stoicism teaches us to seek clarity over comfort, truth over pleasant illusions. It's better to face an uncomfortable truth than to live inside a comforting lie. Marcus Aurelius warned us about how easily the mind can be influenced and how carefully we must choose whose voices we allow inside it. So instead of clinging to how someone makes you feel, start watching how they show up over time. Do they support you when there's nothing in it for them? Do they admit their mistakes or always twist the story to protect their image? Do they keep your struggles private, or do your secrets somehow become topics of conversation in other rooms? with other people, these are the signs that reveal their true nature. So how do you deal with a manipulative friend? Start by setting firm, clear boundaries. Be explicit about what you will and will not accept. If they try to use information you've shared against you, call it out calmly and directly. Say something like, "I shared that with you in confidence, and I'm disappointed that you're using it this way." This shows them you see the pattern and you won't quietly tolerate it. Next, share more selectively. Not every internal thought needs external validation, especially from someone whose motivations are questionable. Before you open up, ask yourself, would I be comfortable if this information were twisted or used against me later? If the answer is no, keep it to yourself or share it only with those who have proven their character over time. Then slowly distance yourself from their influence. You don't have to cut them off dramatically or abruptly. Instead, begin by investing less time, less emotional energy, and fewer personal details. Decline invitations more often. Keep conversations shorter and more surface level. Allow the connection to cool while you reinvest your energy into healthier relationships. A simple Stoic exercise you can try tonight. Take a quiet moment and list the people you confide in most. Ask yourself honestly, who leaves me feeling lighter, stronger, and who leaves me feeling smaller, confused, or indebted? You don't need to act immediately. Just start by seeing clearly. Real friends enhance your life and inspire you to expand rather than contract. They add layers to your existence through support and genuine care, not subtract from it through manipulation and deceit. A genuine friend will celebrate your successes without envy. They'll support you in your struggles without using your vulnerabilities against you. They'll respect your boundaries and honor your trust. Remember, you deserve relationships built on mutual respect and genuine care, not strategic manipulation. Protect your peace and choose your company wisely. The Stoic principle of observing actions over words is crucial here. Watch how people behave when they think no one is looking. That is where their true character lives. Person 2, the Constant Critic. This person seems to have made it their mission to find fault in everything around them. Every project you undertake, every idea you propose, every aspect of your personality never seems quite good enough for them. Their feedback often lacks the warmth of constructive criticism, feeling more like relentless judgment, chipping away at your confidence and self-esteem with each comment. The constant critic operates under the guise of just being honest or helping you improve. But there's a fine line between helpful criticism and discouraging nitpicking. Constructive criticism comes from a place of care. It is specific, actionable, respectful, and focused on your work or behavior, not on your worth as a person. The constant critic's feedback, however, is often vague and personal, designed less to help you grow and more to make you feel small. They might say things like, "You always do this wrong," or "You never think things through," without offering clear guidance, solutions, or acknowledgement of your effort. Over time, their relentless critiques can create a toxic environment where instead of growing, you find yourself guarding every action and every word. You start second-guessing yourself, losing confidence in your abilities, and constantly seeking their approval that never truly comes. This is incredibly damaging to your mental health and personal growth. You might begin avoiding new challenges, not because you can't handle them, but because you fear their inevitable criticism. You might stop sharing your ideas, anticipating the dismissive comments before they are even spoken. This stifles creativity and initiative, slowly convincing you that your voice doesn't matter. Consider a simple example. You share a new project idea with a colleague or family member. Instead of saying, "Here's how you could refine this," they sigh and reply, "You always overcomplicate things." Nothing helpful, nothing specific, just a small cut aimed at your confidence. Marcus Aurelius said, "Reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears." This powerful Stoic teaching reminds us that we have control over how we interpret and respond to criticism. The constant critic's words only have power over you if you hand that power to them. Stoicism invites us to consider the source of criticism and to reflect honestly on whether there is truth in it. If there is something to be learned, use it to your advantage. If not, let it pass through you like wind through an open window. So how do you deal with a constant critic? First, maintain perspective. Understand that their criticism often says more about them than it does about you. People who constantly criticize others are frequently projecting their own insecurities, fears, and frustrations. When someone finds fault in everything you do, it is usually a reflection of their inner turmoil, not your actual worth or ability. Next, construct boundaries. You don't have to accept every piece of criticism that comes your way. Learn to distinguish between helpful feedback and destructive nitpicking. Helpful feedback is specific, rooted in care, and points toward improvement. Destructive nitpicking is vague, personal, and leaves you feeling smaller, not stronger. When you receive criticism, take a moment before reacting. Ask yourself, is there truth in this? Can I learn something from it? Or is this just someone projecting their own issues? From there, engage from strength, not from defensiveness. You can respond calmly, "Thank you, I'll think about that." Or when needed, "I'm open to specific suggestions, not general attacks." When you respond from strength, you maintain your dignity and self-respect. You acknowledge their words without allowing them to define your identity. Above all, focus on your own actions and reactions, which are always within your control, rather than their opinions, which are not. By applying this principle, you can preserve your inner peace and continue your journey of growth, even in the presence of constant criticism. Remember, you cannot control what others say about you, but you can always control how you respond. Protect your peace and don't let constant criticism diminish your self-worth. Your value doesn't come from their approval, it comes from within. Person 3, the superficially friendly person. At first glance, they seem like the most personable individuals you can meet. Wearing an easy, welcoming smile, they'll ask about your day and make all the right noises that suggest they care. But their warmth has little depth, resembling more a shallow puddle than a welcoming ocean. These individuals are social butterflies, gliding from one group to another, never settling long enough to form deep, meaningful connections. They're skilled at making a strong first impression, but they lack the capacity or the willingness to maintain genuine relationships over time. They might be present at every party, tagged in every photo, and appear in all your social circles, but when the chips are down, their presence is as fleeting as their commitment. You'll notice they're great at small talk and surface-level chat. They can keep a conversation light, fun, and entertaining. But when you try to go deeper, they quickly change the subject or find an excuse to move on. They're always friendly but rarely truly present. They might ask how you're doing, but you can feel they don't really want the honest answer. They go through the motions of friendship without actually investing in the relationship. They might say, "We should hang out more," but when you try to make plans, they're suddenly too busy, too tired, or always maybe later. They might promise to help you with something important, yet when the moment comes, they forget, reschedule, or quietly disappear. Imagine this for a moment. You send a message late at night, telling them a family member has been rushed to the hospital. They leave you on scene. Days later, they're the first to reply in the group chat when someone suggests drinks and photos for the weekend. True friendship isn't just about sharing laughs in the sunlight. It's about standing together in the storm. When you're going through a difficult time, when you need genuine support and someone to simply sit with you in your pain, the superficially friendly person is almost always missing. Seneca emphasized the quality of friendships over quantity, reminding us that a few deep, loyal connections are worth more than a crowd of shallow acquaintances. He urged us to choose friends who share our values, who stand by us when things aren't fun or easy, and who remain present when there is nothing to gain. So how do you deal with a superficially friendly person? First, recognize the signs early. Notice if they are always pleasant, but never truly engaged. Watch whether they follow through on their promises or if excuses become their pattern. Enjoy their company if you like during light-hearted moments that demand nothing deep from either of you. There's nothing wrong with casual acquaintances, but invest your emotional energy wisely. Reserve the depths of your trust and the details of your vulnerabilities for those who have proven themselves in both joy and adversity. A simple reflection you can try. Think of 3 people you see often. Ask yourself, who checks on me only when life looks fun? And who checks on me when nothing about my life is Instagram-worthy? Cultivating discernment in your social interactions isn't just wise, it's necessary to protect your emotional well-being. Don't waste your energy on relationships that lack depth. Focus on building connections with people who value genuine friendship as much as you do. Person 4, the inattentive listener. You know the type. They nod in agreement and might even throw in a vague, but you can tell they're not really with you. They're physically present, yes, but mentally they've checked out to some distant place, far from the conversation at hand. It's like talking to a wall that occasionally nods. These interactions can be incredibly frustrating because they lack the fundamental essence of communication, genuine exchange and understanding. Relationships thrive on mutual understanding and active engagement. When someone consistently fails to pay attention, it sends a clear message. What you're saying isn't important to them. You might find yourself repeating the same information multiple times or noticing they ask questions you've already answered. This isn't just annoying, it's disrespectful. In today's digital age, this problem has become even more common. Our attention is constantly pulled by notifications, messages, and an endless stream of content. Focused listening has become rare because distraction has become the norm. But the inattentive listener takes us a step further. Even when they put their phone away, their mind is elsewhere. They're thinking about what they need to do next, replaying a past conversation, or worrying about something completely unrelated. They might be physically seated right in front of you, but mentally they're miles away, disconnected from the moment and from you. If we're honest, sometimes we are that inattentive listener too. We hear the sound of words, but we're only waiting for our turn to speak rather than truly listening to understand. For Stoics like Marcus Aurelius, listening attentively is not just a courtesy, it's a duty and a reflection of the importance of every human interaction. When we truly listen, we show respect for the other person and their experiences. We create space for connection and understanding. We honor their humanity by giving them our full attention, even if only for a few moments. Active listening requires full presence and engagement. It means setting aside your own mental chatter, your impulse to interrupt, and the urge to drift away, so you can truly hear what the other person is trying to communicate. So how do you deal with an inattentive listener? Start by ensuring clear communication. Ask direct questions to gauge their engagement. You might say, "I want to make sure I'm clear. Can you tell me what you understood from what I just said?" This gently forces them to engage with your words, or reveals that they weren't really listening at all. If distraction becomes a pattern, gently call it out. You could say, "I notice you seem distracted. Is this a good time to talk, or would it be better to continue later?" This gives them a chance to either refocus or reschedule, and shows that you value genuine communication, not half-hearted attention. You can also use a calm, assertive script. "This is important to me, and I'd like to talk about it when you have the space to really listen." But most importantly, consider the value they add to your life. If someone consistently doesn't pay attention to you, it might be time to redirect your energy toward relationships where mutual engagement and respect are given freely. You deserve to be heard. You deserve relationships where your words matter, where your presence is not treated as background noise. Don't settle for less than genuine connection. Remember, relationships are built on mutual respect and engagement. If someone can't give you their full attention, they are not giving you the respect you deserve. Person 5. The empathy-lacking individual. This type of person can be particularly challenging to deal with because they seem almost blind to the emotional landscapes of others. They navigate through life focused solely on their own needs and goals, often at the expense of those around them. Their conversations may center overwhelmingly on their achievements, their problems, their perspectives, with little regard for anyone else's experience. In interactions with an empathy-lacking individual, you might find that your feelings and experiences are consistently dismissed or quietly ignored. You share something difficult you're going through, hoping for understanding, and they immediately redirect the conversation back to themselves. They might say, "I know exactly how you feel," and then launch into their own similar story, completely missing the point that what you needed was for them to sit with your pain, not to center their own. This isn't just about a lack of emotional intelligence. It's a deeper disconnect in recognizing and valuing the humanity in others. Such individuals often leave a trail of bruised relationships behind them, confused about why people distance themselves. They don't understand why tension builds around them, because they honestly don't see how their behavior affects others. They might think they're being helpful by sharing their own experiences, but in reality, they're invalidating the other person's feelings. The unspoken message becomes, "Your experience isn't unique or important. Let me tell you about mine instead." This shifts the focus away from the person who needs support and funnels it back to themselves. Epictetus emphasized the role of empathy in human ethics, teaching that we should listen and respond to others with kindness and understanding. He recognized that empathy is not just a pleasant trait to have, it is essential for meaningful human connection. Empathy allows us to understand where others are coming from, to see the world through their eyes, and to respond with compassion rather than judgment or impatience. When we practice empathy, we create space for others to feel heard and understood, which is often what they need most. So how do you deal with an empathy-lacking individual? First, don't meet their indifference with anger. Anger will only drain your energy and deepen the conflict. Instead, practice patience and, where possible, lead by example. Show them what empathy looks like through your own actions. When they share something, listen fully and respond with care. You are modeling the behavior you wish to see, even if they never fully mirror it. At the same time, set boundaries to protect yourself. You can show empathy without becoming their emotional dumping ground. You can be compassionate without sacrificing your own needs. Balance compassion with self-preservation. A helpful question to ask yourself is, do I always leave these conversations feeling heard and supported, or drained and invisible? Remember, what we do now echoes in eternity. Let your actions reflect your integrity and compassion, but don't allow yourself to be exhausted by those who cannot or will not reciprocate. If someone consistently lacks empathy toward you, it's okay to limit your interaction and invest your emotional energy in relationships where empathy flows both ways. If you're finding value in this video so far, and these Stoic principles are helping you navigate your relationships with greater wisdom, please take a moment to subscribe to Stoic Ocean and leave a comment sharing which type of person you've encountered most often, or perhaps noticed within yourself. Your engagement helps us create more content like this, and your insights help others on their Stoic journey as well. Now let's continue. Person 6, the Constant Irritator. This person seems to have mastered the art of irritation with a knack for poking and prodding. They know exactly how to get under your skin, whether through subtle digs, backhanded compliments, or slight provocations. They've studied you carefully, learning your triggers and sensitivities, and they use this knowledge to push your buttons with precision. They engage in a kind of emotional chess game. Their goal is to unsettle you, to knock you off balance for their amusement or advantage. They might do this to feel powerful, to distract from their own issues, or simply because they enjoy watching people react. The constant irritator thrives on the reaction they can pull from you. Each annoyed glance, each sigh of frustration is a win in their mind, a sign of their ability to manipulate the emotional currents around them. They feed off your emotional energy, using your reactions as proof that they can control the situation. This can be incredibly draining, as it feels like you must constantly guard against their next move, always bracing for the small, yet persistent annoyances they create. You find yourself on edge whenever they're around, anticipating their next attempt to get a rise out of you. This constant state of vigilance is exhausting and unsustainable. They might make comments about your appearance, your choices, or your lifestyle in ways that seem innocent on the surface, but are clearly designed to provoke. When you call them out, they might say, "I'm just joking," or "You're too sensitive," as if your discomfort is the real problem. They bring up topics they know make you uncomfortable, or make jokes at your expense, hiding their attacks behind humor and pretending it's all harmless fun. Some people truly don't realize how sharp their words feel, and a calm conversation can sometimes reset the tone. Others know exactly what they are doing. Your task is to learn the difference. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This powerful Stoic teaching reminds us that we control our reactions, not the actions of others. The constant irritator only has power if you hand that power to them. When you refuse to react, when you maintain your composure, you take away their ability to control your emotional state. So how do you deal with a constant irritator? First, adjust your perceptions. Decide that their behavior will not dictate your inner weather. This is a conscious choice you make each time they try to provoke you. Practice Stoic detachment. When they try to get a reaction, take a step back mentally. Observe their behavior as if you're watching a play rather than being dragged into the drama. This mental distance allows you to see their actions for what they are, a reflection of their own issues, not a verdict on your worth. You might even say calmly, "I know you say you're joking, but these comments don't feel like jokes to me. I'd appreciate it if you stopped." In that moment, you are not exploding. You're setting a clear boundary. Maintain inner peace by focusing on what you can control, which is always your response. You cannot control their behavior, but you can control how you react to it. The ultimate demonstration of strength is not that you never feel irritated or disturbed, but that you can move beyond it, preserving your tranquility amidst the storm they keep trying to stir. You will still feel the first spark of annoyance. You're human. That's natural. But you don't have to turn that spark into a fire. When you refuse to overreact, you take away their power. They thrive on your reactions, so when you remain calm, you quietly break the cycle. Remember, their need to irritate says far more about them than it does about you. Don't let their behavior steal your peace of mind. Your peace is too valuable to hand over so easily. Person 7. The eternal victim. This individual seems to live in a perpetual state of crisis. No matter the day, the season, or the circumstance, something always seems to be going terribly wrong for them. If it's not their job, it's their relationship. If it's not their health, it's their finances. There is always something that demands your attention and your sympathy. But what's particularly challenging about the eternal victim is not just the frequency of their misfortunes. It's their apparent unwillingness to change anything about them. They present their problems as insurmountable obstacles, rejecting any suggestion or solution you gently offer. They seem to thrive on the sympathy and attention their woes attract, using this constant stream of crisis as a way to draw others in and keep them emotionally near. At first, their dependency on you might even feel meaningful. You feel needed, important, helpful. But over time, it becomes clear that this is a one-sided relationship where your efforts are taken for granted and your own needs are quietly pushed aside. Imagine this for a moment. Every week, they call you crying about the same situation. You spend an hour listening. You offer 3 practical steps. You encourage them with kindness. Next week, nothing has changed. The story is the same. The excuses are the same. The crisis is the same. You become their emotional support system, but when you try to share your own struggles, they quickly redirect the conversation back to their latest disaster. Every conversation becomes a stage for their pain, and somehow there is never room for yours. The eternal victim tends to maintain a pattern of problems that never truly move forward. Relationship issues that never resolve. Financial troubles that never shift, despite your advice and help. Health concerns that multiply, but never meet any consistent action. When you offer solutions, they find reasons why those solutions won't work. When you suggest any step, they explain why they can't possibly take it. There is always an excuse, a reason, a wall. Epictetus taught that we should focus on what lies within our control and accept what does not. When dealing with an eternal victim, it's crucial to recognize the limits of your influence. You cannot live their life for them. You cannot think, act, or choose on their behalf. They must take responsibility for their own actions or their own inaction. Your role is not to fix their entire life, but to support them in fixing it themselves if they genuinely choose to. So how do you deal with an eternal victim? Practice empathy, but also detachment. You can acknowledge their struggle without taking it on as your personal mission. Set boundaries around how much emotional energy you invest. You can listen, you can care, but you do not need to become their permanent emotional crutch. Be clear about your limits. You might say something like, "I'm here to listen and support you, but I can't solve your problems for you. What steps are you willing to take?" When they share their problems, encourage action rather than endless consolation. Ask questions like, "What have you tried so far?" Or, "What do you think would be the best next step?" This gently shifts the focus from repeating the problem to exploring responsibility and possible solutions. A useful reflection is this: do I leave these conversations feeling helpful and grounded, or drained and responsible for things I cannot control? While compassion is a virtue, it must not come at the cost of your own stability and happiness. You can be supportive without becoming their savior. You can show compassion without sacrificing your own well-being. Protect your peace and don't let someone else's perpetual crisis become your constant burden. You are not responsible for solving everyone's problems. Person 8. The two-faced individual. This person masters the art of duplicity, being charming and friendly to your face, but turning to slander the moment your back is turned. Their skill in wearing different masks for different audiences is deeply unsettling. They can make you feel like a trusted confidant one moment, and the next you overhear them undermining you to others. The two-faced individual doesn't just strain individual relationships, they can quietly poison an entire environment. Their behavior fosters distrust, conflict, and insecurity within a group, whether in the workplace, a circle of friends, or family. Their actions are often driven by a desire for personal gain, power, influence, or simple amusement at watching others struggle. You might notice inconsistencies in their stories, or hear from others that they've said things about you that contradict what they told you directly. This creates confusion, tension, and erodes trust for everyone involved. They might tell you one thing about a mutual friend, then tell that friend something entirely different about you. Slowly, a web of mistrust forms, turning friends into suspicious strangers. In a small team, one two-faced person can quietly turn collaboration into quiet competition, as people start wondering who said what and who they can truly trust. The two-faced individual thrives in this environment of suspicion, using the chaos they create to maintain their position and control. Seneca advised us to choose our company wisely, reminding us that being alone is better than being in bad company. He understood that toxic relationships are far more damaging than solitude. Alone, you can maintain your peace and clarity. In bad company, your peace is constantly drained, your judgment constantly clouded. He emphasized the importance of surrounding yourself with people of good character, people who are consistent in their words and actions. These are the people who build you up, not tear you down. One simple rule can guide you. If someone constantly brings you negative stories about others, they will eventually carry a story about you to someone else. So how do you deal with a two-faced individual? Once their true nature is revealed, do not ignore what you have seen. Distance yourself. Reduce emotional investment in the relationship. Stop sharing personal information or trusting them with important matters. Keep interactions surface level and professional if necessary. Cultivate relationships with authentic people who value honesty and integrity. Spend your time with those who are the same person whether you are present or not. Don't waste your energy trying to change them or expose them to everyone. Attempting to reform someone who does not want to change is draining and often futile. Simply protect yourself by limiting your interaction and investing in relationships built on trust and authenticity. Remember, you deserve relationships where people are the same behind your back as they are to your face. This is not too much to ask. It is the foundation of genuine connection. Person 9. The toxic individual. This person is often a complex blend of many negative traits, each more damaging than the last. They might be manipulative, constantly negative, jealous, dishonest, or some shifting combination of all these patterns. Being around them can feel like being caught in a storm, where your positive outlook and inner peace are constantly under threat. Every interaction leaves you feeling drained, anxious, or questioning yourself. They seem to have a knack for souring what should be joyful experiences, turning strengths into perceived weaknesses. They might criticize your achievements, undermine your confidence, or create drama around good things in your life, so that celebration always seems to turn into tension. Dealing with a toxic individual is challenging because their influence can seep into many areas of your life, slowly clouding your judgment and affecting your interactions with others. You might start to see the world through their negative lens or become defensive even with people who are kind. They often create an environment where you're always on guard, shielding yourself from their next outburst, complaint, or manipulative tactic. This constant state of vigilance is exhausting and can lead to emotional burnout. Over time, you might find yourself questioning your own perceptions, second-guessing your decisions, and losing confidence in your ability to trust your instincts. This is the insidious nature of toxicity. It doesn't just hurt you in the moment. It slowly reshapes how you see yourself in the world. The toxic individual may combine many of the traits we've discussed: manipulation, constant criticism, envy, dishonesty, and a tendency to stir conflict wherever they go. Epictetus offers timeless clarity. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This teaching reminds us that even in the presence of toxic people, we retain the power to choose our responses, our boundaries, and our next steps. So how do you deal with a toxic individual? Set firm boundaries. Be clear about what behavior you will and will not accept. If they cross those boundaries, enforce real consequences. This might mean limiting contact, ending conversations early, or in some cases, removing them from your life entirely. Protect your space and peace of mind. Create physical and emotional distance if necessary. You do not have to repeatedly subject yourself to their negativity. Sometimes the healthiest choice is to let them go. This is not cruelty, it is self-preservation. Surround yourself with uplifting people who support your growth and well-being. The people you spend time with shape your mindset and your life. Choose them carefully. In dealing with a toxic individual, the goal is not only to avoid their negative impact, but to ensure that your life continues to be guided by your values, aspirations, and the pursuit of genuine happiness. Do not let their toxicity define your experience. Choose to focus on what you can control: your actions, your attitude, and who you allow close. Protect your peace above all else. Your mental and emotional well-being are too important to sacrifice for the sake of maintaining a destructive relationship. At the end of the day, your peace of mind is precious, and whom you choose to trust plays a crucial role in preserving it. This is not about becoming paranoid, cold, or closed off. It's about being intentional about who you allow into your inner circle. The Stoics taught us that while we cannot control others' actions, we can always control our responses and the choices we make about who walks beside us. True wisdom lies not in becoming cynical about everyone, but in developing enlightened discernment about character and intentions. Not everyone is untrustworthy, but not everyone deserves your deepest trust either. Learn to read people accurately, to observe their actions more than their promises, and to trust your instincts when something feels off. Remember that quality relationships are built on mutual respect, genuine care, and consistent actions that match words. These are the relationships worth investing in, the ones that enrich your life and support your growth. The 9 types of people we've explored today are not labels for judging others, but warning signs to protect your well-being. By recognizing these patterns early, you give yourself the power to step back before you're too entangled or too hurt. This early recognition allows you to make clear, conscious choices about who you allow close and how much access you give them to your heart and your time. By applying Stoic principles of observation, boundary setting, and focusing on what you can control, you can navigate relationships with wisdom and grace. These principles are not abstract ideas. They are practical tools you can use every day to build healthier, more fulfilling connections. Start by quietly watching actions, not just listening to words. Notice how people treat others, how they handle conflict, and how they behave when things don't go their way. Do they respond with honesty, courage, and responsibility, or with blame, manipulation, and avoidance? These observations will tell you far more about their character than any promise they make. If you found value in this journey and you want to keep exploring Stoic wisdom for modern life, please take a moment to subscribe to Stoic Ocean and turn on the notification bell. Share in the comments which type resonated most with you or which pattern you've decided to step away from in your own life. Your reflections not only help you, they also help others who are walking a similar path. And when you're ready to go deeper, explore our other videos on boundaries, inner peace, and building a life guided by virtue. Thank you for being here, for choosing to grow, and for doing the quiet, courageous work of protecting your mind and your heart. Let's continue this journey together. Actions reveal truth in ways that words never can. Practice setting boundaries that protect your peace without hardening your heart or closing yourself off. Boundaries aren't walls, they're gates that allow you to decide who has access to your time and energy They're not about shutting people out completely. They're about creating healthy limits that preserve your well-being while still allowing for real connection. Focus on what you can control, your responses, your choices, and who you allow into your inner circle. You can't change other people, but you can choose how close they stand and how much influence you allow them to have. Choosing distance from those who drain your energy is not selfish. It is self-preservation. You have a responsibility to yourself to protect your peace, your clarity, and your mental health. The ultimate goal is not to avoid all difficult people, but to ensure that those closest to you are the one who uplift, support, and inspire you to become your best self. These are the people who celebrate your successes, stand beside you in struggle, and challenge you to grow in honest, loving ways. They see your potential and encourage you to reach it rather than keeping you small or using your vulnerabilities against you. These relationships are worth investing in, worth protecting, and worth patiently cultivating. They form the foundation of a life well lived, a life of meaning, courage, and deep connection. As Marcus Aurelius reminded us, what we do now echoes in eternity. The relationships you build today shape who you become tomorrow. Every relationship you choose is a quiet vote for the kind of person you're becoming. It reflects your values, your priorities, and your vision for the life you want to create. Choose your company wisely. Choose relationships that align with your highest values, not just your passing moods. Your future self will thank you for the wisdom you show today. Protect your peace, always. If this video has helped you recognize patterns in your relationships and given you tools to protect your peace, please subscribe to Stoic Ocean and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our future content. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Which of these 9 types have you encountered in your life? How have you applied Stoic principles to navigate difficult relationships? Your insights help create a community of wisdom, reflection, and support. And when you're ready to go deeper, explore our other videos on boundaries, inner peace, and building a life guided by virtue and clarity. Thank you for watching, and remember, your peace is precious, protect it wisely,